Well, after a pretty pleasant Sunday, this is how we ended it. Did you catch the sunset tonight? Patty did. This was just off Highway 21. What a stunning end to our day. Of course, we had that mix of sun and clouds overhead all day, and those clouds really lent themselves to a beautiful, dramatic ending to our weekend. And looking ahead to the rest of the week, we stay quiet, cool, and stagnant for days to come. If you've lived here long enough, you know that usually leads to an inversion. That is what we're looking at as far as the next several days go. We'll see that inversion strengthen. That means fog may develop and persist in some spots. That's the key with this inversion is we often get morning fog, especially with moisture in the lower levels of the atmosphere, but with no mixing in the atmosphere, no wind to scour things out, that sinking air beneath a ridge, that fog or low stratus, as we call it, can just hang around, especially where that cold air pools in the lower end of the valley, the lower valley west of Boise. And that ultimately means air quality could worsen as well as those pollutants just kind of stack up at the surface and have nowhere to go. So because of all of that, we continue our air stagnation advisory for the Treasure Valley, the western Magic Valley, and pretty much all of eastern Oregon. This is through 5 o'clock Friday as we see very little change to our weather pattern until then. So high pressure is slowly drifting eastward. It will amplify and strengthen in the coming days. We do see some precipitation over the Pacific Northwest here around Seattle, Portland, and then up into Vancouver, but that will stay up over the top of this ridge and kind of just slide down the eastern side of it, leaving the Gem State maybe a little cloudy at times, but no precipitation coming in. And so here's that future cast. You can see that plume of moisture. Everything just kind of rides up to the north, and you can see off to the west as well. All of those storms that are trying to move in just can't because this ridge is kind of just blocking it all. I always say it's like that inverted bowl on top of your countertop. If you put it flat side down, think of that, and you just see all of those storms riding up and around the ridge. We need a really strong system to come in and scour it out, and that likely is not going to happen in the foreseeable future. As far as that fog goes, if it does develop in the lower elevations, you know the drill, right? Head up in elevation to find the sunshine. Look at McCall this week, pushing 40 degrees by Wednesday. That is 10 degrees warmer than normal. Still very chilly in the mornings, and that will be the case here in the valley as well. But our mountain locations will continue to warm and will warm a little quicker with that warmer air aloft than we'll see in the valleys. Still tomorrow above average, and we will stay above average this week, even with that inversion in place. So Magic Valley starting off cold in the 20s, but highs climbing to the low 40s. We'll be in the teens early on in Sun Valley, high of 41 degrees there. That's on par with what Boise will see tomorrow. Mid 30s for Valley County tomorrow, starting off cold around 12 degrees for McCall, Donnelly, and Cascade, and then chilly in the afternoons, but with sunshine mixed with clouds. Overall, another pleasant day, almost rinse and repeat from today. 42 for Emmett, 41 in Weiser tomorrow. Meridian and Kuna in the low 40s as well. Mountain Home may even hit 44 tomorrow. I'm forecasting 42 in Boise after that frosty start. We tack on a couple degrees on Tuesday. We may see that patchy fog starting to develop by Tuesday morning. That's about the only change, though, day to day is where and if that fog develops. Otherwise, expect frosty mornings and cool afternoons with mostly sunny skies through the weekend.